This is the Shá Show.
All I wanna do is let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go.
Your first studio cut. Temporary issues.
That song, Wendy Williams actually played it. She spotlighted it at 2 o'clock every day for like 2 weeks straight one time. Before there was internet like we have now, so I would literally have to, I never heard it. I only heard it once. I had to run to the library and like listen to it. A shame, because it was Nextel Trip days.
Yeah.
You can't listen to the radio in New York from Pennsylvania. But Temporary Issues was the first song I ever recorded in a real live studio. I wrote it, I sang all the leads, I sang all the backgrounds, all the harmonies on the, on the whole thing. And it came from going through some stuff. I had, teen mom, teen wife. I'm in my early 20s still. The babies are like this, you know what I mean? And I'm going through some stuff. But I come from a praying family.
That's right.
And mama is a preacher. And I know that it's all temporary. So I made a song called Temporary Issues. I'm dealing with issues.
I love your
all
voice.
Temporary.
I can listen to you sing all day.
All day, girl. I'm not everybody's favorite, but I do appreciate that.
I love your voice. It's so authentic. It's so original.
Oh, thank you.
You don't sound like anyone else.
That's good.
And you have a flair along with just like your personality. Like your personality like pushes your voice like through, and no one can imitate it. It's not a voice that anyone can imitate.
That I never heard before.
I love it.
I absolutely
really
so
love
appreciate that so much.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
No?
And I question myself a lot of times. Yeah, I don't listen to myself.
shouldn't.
I don't listen to my music.
No.
I don't. Occasionally I'm going, let me pull up, and I'll pull it up and then vibe to myself and be like, oh, that was cool. Ooh.
Take me into what management is like for your first time.
Oh man, and I haven't had management since. That's the only manager I ever claimed. His idea, go figure, was to do karaoke. Okay. Now I'm a singer. I don't. She don't know karaoke. I didn't know how to do karaoke.
Yeah, and I can't do karaoke behind singers, but go ahead.
The girl, and that was the problem. And I did not know what karaoke even was. I heard of it, and I'm like, okay, I got the concept. Again, this is 1999, something like that. I'm watching other people. There's a little piece of paper you're supposed to go down the book, find a song, fill out the paper. I guess I'm clueless. I picked a song I already know. Erica Butt, the girl. I picked out, I guess I see you next lifetime. Wait. Hey, that's a song. I'm going to sing something I know. Because I don't know nothing about this karaoke thing. And your girl wear glasses.
Okay.
I can't read that thing without my glasses. And I can't wear my glasses and sing because that ain't cute. So,
one of your most memorable moments about New York and
let's talk about it. NYC.
And dipping your feet into the entertainment world of New York.
It wasn't in my city, right? So I had to go get it. And we took a bus to New York for a performance at La Bar Bat in Manhattan. That was my first, I want to say that's my first time doing it. At the time I had a 12-piece band. Okay. 10 to 12 pieces. Because my music director was crazy with his vision, but we were bad, right? We were bad. So we took the whole bus and fans. Drove up to NY and got there, and we killed it, right? I had a big old afro back then. You know, I had it's always big, but you know, my afro was my thing. And my music director, again, Gary Groove, with your crazy behind, he made a theme song. It was very memorable. He made a theme song off of SHÁFT, but they said Shay.
Oh, okay.
So they would play as my intro to come on stage. Because I'm a cute little chick, but big old afro pick might be in it. And I would come out with them going.
Have you had an opportunity to do a full album?
I have. And the feds got involved. Okay. All right.
I did. If I had pearls.
You were clutching, girl. You were clutching, honey. And listen here, my TKO people, my witness. When I signed my record contract, I'm gonna be careful what I say.
Okay.
When I signed my record contract, it was because I wanted to finish an album. And my manager and I was like, listen, if we're gonna have access to a studio, our own studio, getting your album done, get it out there. I tried not to sign with this cat because he wasn't always on up and up, and I knew it, right? He introduced himself through somebody else and did not give us his real name, and we met him at the rooftop of, you know, the Baltimore Harbor hotel. Like, he did not want to put himself out there. We're like, okay, there's a reason for that. If you're not a Baltimore Raven up in here in the Baltimore, why are we so secretive?
Right.
So we knew something wasn't on the up and up with that, but it was not attached to me. So it's just like, all right, I tried not to do it. I'm like, I'm thinking small, because, you know, young, dumb, and broke. I want $10,000 signing bonus. He said, okay. I said, I want all my publishing, because I write all my stuff. He was like, all right. We should have known something then. Fought nothing. Just like, write the contract up. Showed up to the lawyer's office with $10,000 in the bag. Like, here you go, girl. Got 80% finished my album there. I was so happy, and it's exciting, and come to find out, the studio got raided by the feds.
Oh, wow.
And so they confiscated. If anybody know anything about how the feds, you know, how they rob, they take everything. I learned that day.
Not from personal experience. I don't. Just from what I've heard.
Me, from personal experience. They take everything. They cut the foam off of the studio walls. They are cutting in the couches. They are taking the boards where things are made on, including the masters to my album. So the feds confiscated my album. No. I was so freaking devastated as a early 20-something who had this record deal now, who has had, you know, you about to make it, and then now something happens. So the next thing you know, this happens.
And you don't get that back?
Girl, how am I gonna get it back?
I mean, presumably the dust settled. They got whatever
you would
they
think, but
needed.
who you contact up at the feds down in DC?
Oh no, sure.
Right. I'm gonna tell you what I did though. Lucky for me, I always would say, give me that when I come out of the studio. Like, cut that on the CD. Because I listened to it all the way back to Pennsylvania. I'm listening to it before my next studio session. And I'm critiquing and I'm doing whatever. So, or writing or rewriting or whatever. So I have everything that I had. Everything that I recorded on a disc. In pieces, most of it.
Okay.
Right? So it's like, dang, I could release, and I did. I was like, forget this. Remember CD Baby? I released what I had unfinished. Some of it was unmixed. It was unmastered because they had time to get that. I released it anyway. Yeah. Like, forget that. I did not work so hard. I released it, and I went on a break. I'm done with this industry. I am done. I'm sick of y'all. I am over it, right? I was done with everybody and everything that had to do with the music industry. Burnt out at 20-something. I was like, I'm not doing it. I braided my afro. I didn't want to be recognized. I didn't want to identify with stage, performer, whoever, you know, I didn't.
You can't say New York without saying a couple people's names.
Okay.
And I don't even know if it's okay to say this man's name right now. No. But I'm going to say it anyway, with all things considered. But I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to ask you anyway. Did you ever get to experience Diddy?
Okay. First of all, pause. Experience Diddy? No. Oh, good question. No. But I've done a couple things at Daddy's house, which sounds so terrible now, but Daddy's house, y'all know that's the Bad Boy studio. At the studio. It was the East Coast, West Coast, the height of that mess. And I was in the office, in one of the offices, and I knew he was on the way because walkie-talkies started going off, whatever the heck y'all use, walkie-talkies or Nextel, I don't know back at that time, but they started going off, and all I heard was Puffy's on his way in the door. Puffy's coming to the dock. Puffy's in the elevator. Puffy's out the elevator. I was like, what? And then why he is not God? I remember thinking that, but I do know it was a security thing. Because it was the Suge Knight era.
I would have been, at that time, in that era, girl, I would have been too beside myself.
To what? To notice that?
to even breathe the same air as Diddy. Like I was amazed.
And that was the height of him.
Yes, Mace, Diddy, total. Like you could tell
time.
me, because I mean I'm no singer, but dancing was my thing, and you couldn't tell me that Diddy. Girl, I would have been in heaven. Your most fun or your most memorable or whatever a celebrity that you've opened for.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I have fun and I have, you know, just I'm in awe, right? I had so much fun with the Shá Lights.
Have you seen her? Have you seen her?
I sang before the Shá Lights in York, Pennsylvania before, right? And then I opened up for them again in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands as well. And they called me Little Stephanie Mills. Right.
Oh, okay.
I think they just couldn't remember my name. But every time they needed me or needed, can somebody get Little Stephanie Mills? Which is funny, right? I love me some Stephanie. I never felt like I sounded like her, but
I can you know what? I can see it.
I do not.
A little bit. I mean, because I
and I love her.
I stand by you have an original sound, but I can hear in some of your notes.
Too funny.
I can hear it a little bit.
She was one of them ones when I was little, trying to.
I feel good. That's my jam.
At 12 years old, what was we doing? Because how we know poetry. Ooh. When I tell you, ridiculous. And that's when it was Natalie and Marsha. Oh wait. And also amazing, my brother's Dru Hill, because Cisco's still jumping off of amps like this tall and doing backflips off of them joints with the microphone and still singing.
Him.
You need to see.
And concert.
Cisco.
He's coming out here. They're coming out here too.
Are they?
I think they're on the Key Sweat Bash. That's going to be in Tampa.
Oh, you got to go. And I will say this about Jazz. Me and Jazz in St. Thomas that year were hired to or told to go and sing at an after party, right? We're going to duet it up or whatever. I remember us going by the store. We're supposed to be
the most.
We're doing the most. We pull up to the club and they are like whining and grinding by now, okay? Who's going to stop the music at like a Caribbean club?
Yeah.
Be like, we about to sing some R&B. Who's doing it? I would have loved to sing with Jazz. Like, they used to be my people. We got in there and started partying with them, girl.
Do y'all didn't sing?
Because who gonna sing? Who's stopping the party?
So wait,
Ain't nobody stopping the party?
Y'all got sent.
But hey, Jazz.
Hey, Jazz.
We had a good old time.
I like Jazz. I love his voice too. I love
Jazz.
I think I know somebody's been kissing you. That song is so dope. But
he arguably has like one of the best voices, or the best voice in the group.
Yeah. And listen, I will argue with somebody.
Yeah.
I will go toe to toe with somebody. We touched on quite a bit. Did we leave anything out? Is there anything?
So much. I've been called to come to the studio and come try this out for Patti LaBelle type stuff. I've done a whole heck of a lot in my day.
In your day.
In my day. So I'm not gunning for something. Like I'm not gigging anymore. I'm not.
Do you
been there, done that? I do it now because I want to.
This is what I wanted to ask you. Do you find now that the passion for singing, because you do it at your leisure, is different? Like I mean, I'm sure you enjoy singing because, I mean, you can, one, and two, you know, it is a big part of who you are. So, do you find that the passion for singing is different, being able to do it at your leisure versus chasing?
That's a good question. Not one difference.
Okay.
Not at all. I sing for a reason, and I know I wasn't given the gift for nothing, and I don't take it lightly. Right. So it doesn't matter to me now. It didn't matter to me then, whether I'm performing or singing to get to an end goal, or if I'm performing because my goal is to touch somebody. Period. And that is what I do. Again, I was put on this planet, y'all, to entertain and inspire, even when I didn't know I was doing it. Since I was a kid, I've been doing that. Now I know that, right? And I cherish that, and I do that on purpose. So I do know that whether I'm somebody's cup of tea or not, I can go to that wedding and I can sing to that couple and be blessed by that, by blessing them. I know that I can go to that funeral and sing for that family and bless them and be blessed by that. I know that I can go to church and, you know, sing to my Creator because it's what I was born doing, right? Like, that does not die. So my passion for the gift is real. That is real. I'm a huge fan of Rochelle Farrell, and I've not opened up for her, but I've sang before her at a ceremony before, and I'm like front row center, like, oh my God. She uses her voice like an instrument. And I would love to use my voice more like an instrument.
No lessons, no vocal coaching.
Ever.
Really?
I would love to know what that's like. Now, when I was in middle school and first started singing, people told my mom, don't get her no lessons. Don't get that girl no lessons because it's going to mess her up. And tell her how to sing. And she's naturally singing. I appreciate that. That I do. But now, at 50, call me y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
I want to piggyback off of what you said because you mentioned that your voice is your instrument, and you know I've never thought of it in that way. And you're the second person I've heard say it next to Celine Dion.
Because she would know.
I watched her documentary on Amazon Prime, I think.
Yeah. Yes. Make you cry.
Touch. Oh my gosh, make you cry. But I've never heard of anyone speak of their voice as an instrument.
It's an instrument.
It is.
And again, I play viola, and it's the same. We learn decrescendo and crescendo, and you decrescendo in music. You know what that is?
No.
Okay. So
I was opposite. Right.
Crescendo is building.
Okay.
Decrescendo is bringing it back.
Bring it back. Okay.
You know, I can crescendo and say crescendo and decrescendo. And bring it back. It's an instrument.
Yeah.
Take care of it.
Yeah.
Really
Okay.
good.
Well,
Good question.
I love you, Miss Shá.
I love you back, Dana. Thank you so much.
I thank you for allowing me to sit on your platform with you on your introductory video. And as I said earlier, to some people, your reintroduction into the world. And you are a light that shines and beams. And I am so proud of you.
Thank you, girl.
So happy for you. This has been so fun. I love your storytelling. I love how you tell a story. I love your animation and your story. I just love it all. I'm gonna go home and crescendo. I'm gonna work on
Girl. I'm gonna test that out next time I see you.
Test that out.
Now every time you hear it in the song, you're gonna catch it.
I'm gonna catch it.
Oh, look at her. Okay.
I'm gonna catch it.
She's gonna catch it now. Y'all gonna catch it too. I appreciate every last one of y'all who are watching. I appreciate everybody who is sharing, because that's what you're gonna do, girl. And guys, I need you to share it. I need you to follow and subscribe to this channel, the Shá Summerlin channel, so you can see the Shá Show. This is Dana. I be me.
Bye.
Bye. Yay! Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go watch this film and be crying.